This is the Organizer 9.0 by Uppercase Designs, and today we're going to be taking a look at why this is my favorite organizer pouch for all my tech accessories, and we're going to take a look at how I organize it and why this is my favorite one for whenever I go out of the apartment and I go work, whether it's at a coffee shop or I go to work. I do take this with me because it has all the cables I would ever need. So taking a look inside at first, as soon as you open it, you have a middle flap. Now this is made for creative, so this middle flap part on one side has a whole bunch of little pockets with Velcro attachments. So I do have this. This is mostly made for SD cards, but as you can see, I actually use it to keep all of my Nintendo Switch games, as well as a SIM card puller. If you guys can see it there, a SIM card puller, so that whenever I switch phones, I have easy access to a SIM card remover, and I have that here. Now on the other side, you do have other little elastic straps, and this is where I keep all of my cables. It has 3 little small ones so that you can keep your shorter cables, and there's also 2 larger ones for the larger cables here. I have one set for my MacBook Pro charger. This is the MagSafe charger that came with my 16-inch MacBook Pro, and the other side I actually keep my Fitbit charger, which I'm currently charging my Fitbit, so it is in here. If you guys can see it, it's kind of over there in the background. Now for the 3 small ones, I do have all of my other charging cables. I have here my USB-C to C device. I have another USB-C to C, but this one is for my SSD. It's kind of short. It came with my SanDisk one. This is the one that I use specifically for that. And then I also have a Lightning to USB-C so that I can charge fastly any of my devices. Now on this side, we're going to look at the side with the pockets first. We do have 2 zipper pockets. We have a mesh one on the inside, and then we have a normal one on the outside. Now they do share a wall together, so anything you put on this side will be pushing on anything you put on this other side. On the inside, it is mesh. You can see through it. I do have my hard drive in here. This is a 1 terabyte Western Digital Easy Store hard drive. I do use this one to keep all of my backup files kind of in archive rather than using it for editing or to keep any of my other things. It is more of an archive, and every month I kind of clean it out. Any products, or I guess any projects that I don't use anymore or I'm not into anymore, I do delete them and I change them out for a new one. Now to connect it up, I do have the cable here. I keep it in the same pocket because obviously whenever I grab this hard drive, this is the cable I'm going to need. Now if we look over on the outside, like I mentioned, it does kind of push. So because this is a relatively large hard drive, I mean in size, not really in the memory capacity, it does kind of push on the other side. So it's a relatively small pocket. You can keep maybe a cable in here, one more small cable, or possibly another little like a headphones or your keys. I have my SSD in here. This is the SanDisk 1 terabyte SSD. And like I mentioned before, I do have the cable inside of the pouch, but I do have the SSD on the outside here. It's a nice little pocket. It fits perfectly. And yeah, that's what I keep on the outside. Now on this other side, there is a larger pocket, and this is the main compartment. If you see, this is the most of the thickness of this pouch. And this is actually the main reason why I got this pouch. Now, when you see this pouch, a lot of other pouches around, they do have more of a rigid, sometimes a hard shell design. And to me, that's a little bit too constrictive. Anytime you want to put something inside, you kind of have to go by whatever compartments they gave for you. This Uppercase one actually comes with these Velcro separators. So they have Velcro on each end. And then you can set them up however you want. As you can see, I have the large one coming down the center so that I can split the left from the right. And then I just have these 2 over here because I don't need any more compartments. But on the right side, I have all of my power bricks. I have this Canon charger, which I use to charge my Canon battery. And then I have a whole bunch of other small bricks. I do have the MacBook attachment here. I have this one here because my MacBook is currently docked on my desk back there. So I do have the large power brick with the extension cable underneath my desk. And then I also have a larger USB-C 20 watt Apple charger that came with my iPad. I do use this to fast charge even my iPhone. Like I mentioned, all of my cables are USB-C, but I keep these for things such as my Fitbit charger in case I'm not at home. I need to charge my Fitbit wherever I'm at. I do use these, and then I do have other chargers that my wife uses or any other little small inconvenience, I do have extra ones in here. Now on the left side, I keep more of my smaller accessories that I don't really use on a daily, but I have them in here. I have my pens, my 3 pens and pencils. It's a blue pen, a black pen, and a normal mechanical pencil. I do use this for whenever I take notes, whenever I go out. I do take a physical notebook with me, and if I ever need to go the physical route, I do have these 3 writing utensils with me. The only other thing I keep in here are all my watch bands. I currently have the bowl strap one on my Apple Watch, but I do have other bands. I have a couple leather ones, a black one, another kind of like tan leather, saddle leather, brown, and then I have the one that came with it, and I have this Nike one for workouts. Like I mentioned, this pouch is relatively large. This is called the Organizer 9.0. This is the largest one they have. I believe they're currently running a sale. As of recording this video, they are running a sale on these organizer pouches. So I recommend you get one for yourself. They're relatively inexpensive. And like I mentioned, I really like these because they are more moldable into what you want, especially this large compartment. Having these dividers really helps out a lot. That way you're not constricted to whatever compartments that the other companies give you. There are other sizes. I believe the smallest one is the 5.0, and that one is kind of the size of a power brick for a MacBook Pro charger. And there is the Organizer 7.5, which is a little bit larger. I want to say probably 2 MacBook Pro chargers sitting next to one another. That's what you can fit in there. Check them out. I'll go ahead and link them down in the description. Make sure you let me know which one you're going to go ahead and go grab down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video if you guys enjoyed the content. Subscribe to not miss any of my future uploads, and I will catch you on the next.